Okay. Hello again, everyone. All two of you that are watching this. Hi. How you doing? It's been about a week, and we've got some more cards to go over. We don't have anything new coming until I believe the 4th or 5th of April. So we got a few days to absorb this information, kind of catch up, and assess what we have coming. So I'm going to quickly go over the new, most recent revealed cards that I haven't spoken about before. So we're just going to go straight into it and see what we have access to. So here we are at playhearthstone.com is showing our new cards. We have Warlock coming up first. We are sorting by most recent, and the first thing that pops up is the Warlock Legendary. His name is Zakul. He's a 5-mana 6/5. He doesn't have any types, so he's not demon or anything. He looks like an Abyssal. It says, your Abyssal Curses heal you for the damage they deal. Battle Cry. Give your opponent an Abyssal Curse. So let's see what that curse is. Abyssal Curse is a 2-mana spell. At the start of your turn, take 0 damage. Each curse is worse than the last. 2 turns remaining. Okay, so if I am to understand this as best as I can, I'm assuming that the curses ramp up over time, maybe from turn to turn, or maybe by as many curses as you give to your opponent. It kind of reminds me of the old Warlock spell from World of Warcraft, Curse of Agony. It's a curse that deals damage over time, but starts very low and then ramps up to a big hit towards the end. Right off the bat, I don't care for this card. It's as just a body, 5/6/5 that gives you a minor heal based off of your curse damage. It's okay. It doesn't excite me at all. I'll say this. Here's what this says. It's like, the Abyssal Curses heal you for the damage they deal. If there are multiple ways to dole out the curses to make this actually ramp up and make this legendary useful and make it worth a single slot in your deck, maybe. But right off the bat, not too impressed. Next up, we have a 2-mana spell. It's called Chum Bucket. People are going to go wild with that name. Okay. Chum Bucket. Give all Murlocs in your hand +1/+1. Repeat for each Murloc you control. Okay, so it's continuing on with the overarching theme of Murloc synergies. I mean, we already saw the 3 earlier. All 3 Warlock class cards, not neutral, so they really want to push the Murloc archetype with Warlock right now. So give all Murlocs in your hand +1/+1. Repeat for each Murloc you control. That's strong. That's really strong, actually. Boom, 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 boom. You repeat it for each Murloc you control. You have 3 Murlocs in play. You give all Murlocs in your hand +3/+3. It doesn't affect the Murlocs in play, but the Murlocs in your hand are going to get a humongous buff. At only 2 mana, that's not bad. This is going to be strong if the core set that we receive alongside this has a ton of Murlocs in it. If we've got a lot of Murlocs, we can actually go wide and swarm the board with Murlocs. That will be very, very good. Alright, moving on. 6-mana spell called Abyssal Wave. Deal 4 damage to all minions. Okay. Give your opponent an Abyssal Curse. Okay. Alright, we're starting to see some synergy here. As a board clear, it's pretty expensive. It's 6 mana to deal 4 damage. Also, I'd rather use Hellfire, if we have access to Hellfire, that is. So I'm not positive, but I think it might have been removed in the most recent core set. But if Hellfire comes back, we really have no reason to use this. But yeah, 4 damage to all minions, and your opponent gets a curse. So I would say if we get at least 1 or 2 more cards that dole out curses, then Zakul might be useful. But until then, I'm still going to say no. Alright, we're moving on. We are in Druid now. Druid has a 1-mana 1/3 called Bottom Feeder. It's a beast, so you got the beast tag synergy. Death Rattle, add a bottom feeder to the bottom of your deck with a permanent +2/+2. Okay, so here's my question on this card. If you give a creature on the bottom of your deck +2/+2, and you dredge up that card and you play it, does it then make another base 3/5 bottom feeder with an additional +2/+2, making it a 5/7? Or are you at that point just cycling 3/5s forever? I mean, this is really good for making sure you avoid fatigue damage. That's really good. But aside from that, 1 mana 3/5 is nothing to scoff at, honestly. But that late in the game, I think you want to be doing other things. Let me see if there's anything in here. No? No, nothing else, really. I mean, it's nothing to suggest that it would make it go 3/5, 5/7, 7/9, except for the fact that it says permanent on it. You don't see the word permanent on a lot of cards in this game, so I'm going to need a little more clarity on that one. So, moving on. Let's see. Aquatic Form, we all saw that. Jean Gardens already saw it. Flipper Friends, Miracle Growth, Hedra. Okay, we're all caught up on Druid, so let's move on. Next, we're in Mage. Trench Surveyor. Okay, we already saw that. Spitelash Siren. I don't think I saw this one yet. Spitelash Siren's a Naga, 2/5 for 4. After you play a Naga, refresh 2 mana crystals. Oh, I like this. Oh, then switch to spell. Okay. Let's see the chain. Pay 4 mana. You get this in play. After you play a Naga, refresh 2 mana crystals. Okay, so this one, unlike the other Nagas, doesn't matter to like be in your hand. Like you can top deck this and then drop it, and then the next Naga you play afterwards will refresh 2 more mana crystals, and then it'll switch to a spell, meaning the next spell you play will refresh 2 mana crystals. I can see a chain coming on here pretty easily, especially because we have a 2 mana Naga in Spell Coiler. That could be fun. Like I know that bear in mind I haven't played this game in quite a bit, but I do know that I think it was Ashes of Outland brought Warlock a demon that had a very similar effect. I think it would refresh mana crystals if you would take self damage on your own turn. And that card got itself nerfed into the ground because it got abused like crazy in Wild. This could possibly meet the same fate. Anytime you have mana cheat, excessive mana ramp, any way to just get more mana than you're supposed to, it's kind of good. It's kind of good. So that will very likely go into pretty much any Mage Naga deck. So that might end up being a day one craft for my Naga Mage deck. Okay, next up, Volcanomancer, we already saw that. Commander Sivara, we already saw her, she's amazing. Mecha Shark Gifts. Okay, alright, that's it from Mage. So it looks like each class is getting like maybe 1 new card to play with, from what I've seen. Okay, we got a few new neutrals. Starting with this legendary is Any Stormcoil. 5 mana 4/4 Battlecry. Choose a friendly mech, summon a copy of it with Rush, Wind Fury, and Divine Shield. Oh wow. Okay. Guess what class has a colossal mech? Mage. That's ugly. That's real ugly. But prohibitive mana cost. Because this costs 5. This guy up here costs, 8? Yeah, 8 to bring out. Cost could be a little prohibitive, but in the right circumstances, this could cause a complete and total blowout. And if I'm not mistaken, look at the eyes on that gnome. That's not a gnome. That's a mecha gnome. Mecha gnomes were introduced in Battle for Azeroth in WoW as a new sub race of gnomes. They basically traded out many bits and bobs of their own body and replace them with mechanized bits. You see those eyes right there? Those are like ocular implants. And the rest of this, a lot of this body right here is probably not a deep sea diving suit. It's probably her actual body. Okay, yeah. Actually, let's read this flavor text right here. Before setting her sights on exploration, Innie was known for many inventions, such as the airborne bread-making dirigible, the Hyper Sprocket 200's X zoom binoculars, and Jobs. Jean robes. That's right, she invented jean robes. Okay, yeah. That's cute. I like that. It's a good bit of flavor. I like that a lot. Okay. Okay, as for the card itself, I'm seeing that it's kind of a middling card. It's not amazing, but in the right circumstances, this could cause a blowout. Next is 3 mana, 2/4, Beast, Smothering Starfish, Battlecry, silence all other minions. That's a spellbreaker on steroids right there. So like at 3 mana for 2/4, that's decent cost. It's not quite premier cost, but that's decent costs. And like if you got an opposing board that is giving you a lot of heck and you don't quite have a board clear for it, that could be your answer. Or consider this: your opponent is close to death. They're guarding themselves with a board full of taunts. Boom! All those taunts are gone. Swing for the win. Yeah. Again, right instance could cause a blowout. I like that card. That card's pretty cool. Let's see. Next, School Teacher is a Naga for 4 mana. It's 5/4. 4 mana, 5/4. Not bad. Not too bad. That's decent stats. Battlecry, add a 1/1 Nagaling to your hand. Discover a spell that costs 3 or less to teach it. Okay, let's take a quick look here. What's the Nagaling? Okay, Nagaling is just 1/1. Battlecry casts 0. So Battlecry casts the card. So we did see this effect before, and we saw it with the hero card Hagatha, the Swamp Witch. And Hagatha, not the hero card, the legendary minion Hagatha. When she came into play, she would add a creature to your hand, and she would teach that creature 2 spells. And when you played that creature, the creature would cast those spells. It was a way to like store a spell for future use. Like if you like store like a board sweeper and also like a lava burst to smack your opponent in the face with it. This could kind of be in the same vein, but it's also discover. So you can very easily choose like just the best option for next turn, or even this turn, because the Nagaling only costs 1. You can cast both parts of this on turn 5, which is pretty good. I like this card a lot. For it being an epic, and historically epics have been pretty crap, that's not too terrible. That's actually pretty decent. I like that a lot. Okay, what else we got? Okay, we're caught up here, because Naga Giant we reviewed last time. Let's go ahead and move on down. Next is Shaman. Looks like we have the Shaman Colossal. There's a 7 mana 3/5 beast called Glug the Gulper. That's a big boy. He's a Colossal 3, so he's going to summon 3 things along with him. After a friendly minion dies, gain its original stats. Okay. So it says friendly minion. That means not counting its appendages, because the appendages do count as minions as well. Let's take a look at the appendages. Glug's tail, Glug's tail, Glug's tail. Okay, so he comes in with 3 tails, or like 3 portions of his tail, and each of them are a 2/2 taunt. So each time one of these taunt boys die, it gives Glug the Gulper +2/+2. And that's just the tail. Imagine having like 1 or 2 other minions on the board alongside Glug. Anything else, get the stats from that too. It's like this guy just gets bigger and bigger the more things die. This could potentially be abusable with the right minions and the right like death rattles and whatnot. Yeah, I'm going to reserve judgment on that one right now. At 7 mana, just getting raw stats, not that hot. However, those boys do have taunt, and that can give you just the right amount of spare time to like go off with your combo or secure the win on the next turn. So keep your eye on that. That might be useful. Jarn Scroll. Okay, look, we are all caught up here then. Let's see. Let's go into Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter has a Glaive Shark. A shark that has a Demon Hunter Glaive, okay? It's a 4 mana, 4/3 battle cry. If your hero attack this turn, deal 2 damage to... Oh, okay, I like that. That's good. That's a good card. 4 mana, 4/3 battle cry. If your hero attack this turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Pardon me. 2 damage to all enemies. That's amazing. Like that's really good for a common 4 mana 4/3. That's just good. Like that's just like another 2 damage going to all enemies, including your enemy's face. You can knock them down for that last 2 points of health that they were sitting on. And how many games have you been in where like you were able to like knock out their board, and your opponents have like 1 or 2 health left, but you just can't get there? Glaive Shark will help you get there. Not just a great board clear tool, but it can help you end the game. That's a great card. I love Glaive Shark. Okay, next, Abyssal Depths. Draw your 2 lowest cost minions. It will tutor out 2 of the specifically lowest cost minions in your deck. That has a possibility to be abusive. Depending on what you can dig out for 1 or maybe 2 mana, creatures that have Outcast would be a great target for that. Let's look at this guy right next to it. This guy's only 2 mana. He has Outcast. Outcast reduce the cost of the left and rightmost cards in your hand by 1. Okay, you cast this. Let's say for instance you drew this turn. You cast Abyssal Depths. Wayward Sage comes out of the Abyssal Depths. It's already on the far right side of your hand. You cast it, and then it gets its Outcast ability to reduce something else. It's like that can just easily be a chain of draw into cost reduction into flooding the board. Yeah, that could be pretty damn good. I mean, it's no Hand of Gold or Skull of Gul'dan, but that's decent. I personally would rather draw off the top of my deck than fish out like little guys, but who knows? There might be something interesting that comes through that I would really like. Okay, all right, but that's that for Demon Hunter. Let's keep on scrolling. All right, next we have Hunter. So we got a new card here in Naga's Pride. It's 3 mana spell. Summon 2/2/2 Lionfish. If you played a Naga while holding this, give them +1/+1. Okay. Summon 2 3/3s. It's not bad. You know, I think I might have actually covered this one already. Let me see what the Lionfish will look like, see if they have any abilities. Nope, just 2/2s. Yeah, we did go over this. And it stands. You summon 2 3/3s if you have your condition met for only 3 mana. Just good. It's just good. Scrolling on, let's see. Looks like Warrior. Nothing new for Warrior, so we're still all caught up there. Priest. We're all caught up on Priest as well. And Paladin. And Rogue. Okay, so what this is telling me is that on the next reveal, which is going to be, I believe, on April 4th, you can look forward to a new 1 or 2 new cards for Hunter, Warrior, Priest, and Paladin. Oh, and Rogue. So that's what to expect next. That's what we'll be going over next time. So that's what we got. So far so decent. My thoughts right now. I believe we still have like a solid like 15 to 20 cards left to reveal. They'll probably do a like a final like dump of cards to just say like, here's all the cards. See what you want to see from them. Make your choices. As it is right now, The classes I'm most interested in trying out are Mage, Shaman, and surprisingly Hunter. And I say that because I'm not a Hunter guy. Hunter is like one of my least played classes, but I do like the fact that they are giving Hunter the Spells Matter Naga package alongside Mage and Shaman. So that might actually get me to play a little bit of Hunter. So that's it. We're going to go and hold off for a few days until the next reveal, and then we'll talk about this again. So thank you very much for coming in and hanging out with me for a little bit. I really enjoyed it. And we'll just call it there. You guys take care of yourself. Later.